What's up, everybody? Welcome to Corvette Forum. We are here to give you our feature thread of the week. My name is Puria. I'm joined by Michael Palmer and Steve Garrett. This is going to be an interesting one. So, Steve, why don't you get us started?
This is a thread in the C8 section of Corvette Forum, guys. And this is a guy who has a white mid-engine C8. He's made hash marks because his car is white. He's made red, white, and blue hash marks, and under the hash marks, he has the American flag. This is causing a lot of stir because a lot of people like it, a lot of people don't like it. The hash marks are moved back just a little bit from where they normally would be, but it really looks good. I like the American flag under there, but what he's done in subsequent posts in the same thread is he's replaced the American flag with the letter C and the letter 8, and then the flag is inside the lettering and the numbering. So I thought it looked great with the American flag. What do you guys think?
Hard pass, Steve. No, I'm just kidding. The first thing I want to say is that it really doesn't matter what I think. What's most important with any mod is that you like it, right? So that is how I approach any of this stuff. If it was my white Corvette, I don't really care for this style, and the reasoning is that it looks too busy for me. There's different colored stripes, then there's a flag decal, and it's near the fender arch, and there's the door and the side mirrors and everything. It's just like, I just think it looks a little clunky and a little busy for my personal taste. I'm that type of guy that likes to have like the blacked out badges or the no badges on everything, so it's just simple and clean. That's my personal preference. And so when you add the flag to the hash marks, I think it just doesn't look like it's supposed to be there to me. I do have to say though is that I like the C8 version a little bit more because it's a little bit more restrained, but still, if I was going to do that color scheme, I think I would just do the fender hash marks without any other decorations underneath them.
Well, see, I like it being patriotic. This guy has taken it, made it his own, and I thought it looks really good. You know what? It's a white car. He's got red, white, and blue hashes now, and the flag really ties in, I think, really pretty good.
So we have Steve on one side. He's a fan of the stripes, and he's a fan of the flag. We have Michael on the other side. He's okay with kind of, not really, but kind of okay with the stripes, but definitely not the flag.
Who hates America? Wait, what? No.
And also, Michael prefers the C8 as opposed to just the bar of the flag.
Wait, Perea, you have to weigh in. You have the winning vote.
Yeah, I would say this. I am generally a fan of keeping cars the way the designers designed them. If it came out of the factory a certain way, it's because a designer spent years and years trying to perfect every little detail on the car, and if you were gonna just randomly put a line on it, it's never going to be as sophisticated and as thought out as what the company has put out for the consumer. So that's my first problem. If it was my car, I would never do anything like that. Second thing is, and you guys didn't touch on it, so I want to bring it up. The reason why he put the American flag and the stripes on it, according to the first post, is that people would continuously mistake his car with a Ferrari. So he wanted to make sure there's no more mistakes. That's why he put the flag on there. I personally would not let that be a deciding factor in what I do to my car. So what if people think it's a Ferrari? So what if they ask you? Like, who even cares? Like, either don't answer or
Ferrari, sell it to that person immediately for Ferrari prices, then go buy like 3 2021 C8s.
Well, yeah, there you go. You could do that.
It wouldn't hurt my feelings if somebody confused my Corvette for a Ferrari. Actually, I went to a Corvette show in Lawton, Oklahoma with the Southwest Oklahoma Corvette Club. And with my C7, a guy came up to me and he said, "Steve, you can't bring an F12 Berlinetta to a Corvette show." Now, naturally, he was joking, but it was a nice compliment that my car was in the same class as a Ferrari F12 Berlinetta.
Yeah, so again, going back to the original post, I don't see it being a reason to do that. And if I were to do it if I were to do American flag, red, white, and blue stripes on a C8, I would do it in the same sort of design and pattern that the factory stripes come the optional factory stripes come, at least in the same sort of configuration and positioning.
Oh, that could look really cool.
Yeah, so the fact that it kind of comes off to the back of the front wheel, and then you have to kind of cap it off with a flag, and now a C8 American flag, I think it just kind of looks, like Michael said, it looks a little clumsy. Again, who are we to say anything? We're just kind of sharing our own opinions. To each his own.
At the end of the day, it's his car. He's got to drive it and enjoy it, and that's what makes it unique.
Yeah, well, I suppose you have to put some type of flag there, otherwise somebody would be like, "Hey, look at that French car over there," or whatever, right? And then he'd be even more mad than being mistaken for an Italian car.
Right.
So what I'm expecting now is to see a white and a blue stripe on Steve's car come next week. Are we gonna see that, Steve? Come on.
We're not gonna see that, boys. We're not gonna see that.
No. Here's my pitch. This is obviously be the most expensive thing, but I think the OP should do like a full American flag wrap around the whole car. Like go spend the $2,000 or $3,000 and wrap that thing.
Oh God,
nobody would mistake it after that.
All right, we've had plenty of good and bad ideas here. I hope you guys liked it. This has been our feature thread of the week. I don't want to ask you, Steve, who do you have on the Corvette Today podcast this week?
Oh, thanks for asking, Priya. This week I have the new president and CEO of the National Corvette Museum, Dr. Sean Preston, on Corvette Today, the podcast. You can go to the website, CorvetteTodayPodcast.com, and hear it, but you can get it on all of your platforms that you listen to any of your podcasts. So it's on iTunes, it's on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, also iHeartMedia, Anchor.fm. All of them have the Corvette Today podcast, but it's really an interesting interview because he came from China and found out about the job opening because Wendell Strode had been there for 23 years and he retired. So he kind of came up on it on a whim. And it's interesting how he found out about it. I'm not going to give it away. I want you to listen to the podcast, obviously. But it's a really cool story. And he talks about the future of the National Corvette Museum, what he wants to see the vision of the museum as it evolves, especially in our pandemic world right now. So it's a real interesting listen. Corvette Today, the podcast.
That's awesome. I wish you would have given a little bit more away, but
well, now I have to listen.
I can't fault you. All right. Well, thank you guys again. Thank you for watching our feature thread of the week. We'll see you guys later.
Bye,
Stay
guys.
safe.
Bye, guys. Don't forget to buy merch.
Perfect.